Hello guys and welcome to the season review. As you know, we've had a very successful season this year. The 29-30 season went spectacularly for us in the championship. We obviously won the league. Only 3 losses overall throughout the whole season, so 3-0 loss against Man City in the Carabao. The league loss was against Sunderland, which was a bit disappointing, but one of them. And the 2-0 loss against Blackburn in the FA Cup, which is a bit of a surprising one, but that's what happens, I guess. 2-0 loss there, but overall, we ended up coming first, 105 points on the board. Brighton coming up as well at 98 points, and Stoke here managed to win the playoffs, surprisingly. That is a good effort from them, to be honest. Let's just have a quick look. I'm not actually sure we can look at the fixtures. Let's just have a look at Stoke. See how they did. So they beat Southampton 2-1 in the first round, and then they beat Blackburn in the final, which is fair dues. So yeah, 2-2 in the first leg, and then it went decently for him. It's a good effort, really, in the big scheme of things. I mean, I know they were only 1 point off place above, but they were a whole 11 points off Southampton in third. So you never know. Things can happen in the Championship that you wouldn't expect. Doncaster, Middlesbrough and QPR went down. Sheffield being fairly safe there. But that's just one of them. It's just the way things go. I just want to have a look at League 2 for a second, just because it's quite surprising what teams are down there. Let's just have a look at the league quickly. Obviously, we've got Blackpool down there, but Newcastle are down there as well, which is a massive surprise, to be honest. They've had to sell some players here to make some money. Daniel McGinley has been sold for a decent amount of money, so it's a bit weird, really. If we just look at League 1 as well, just have a look, see what teams have made a big fall. Preston down there, unfortunately. Huddersfield also. Bolton. Teams like that just not doing particularly well. Swansea down there now going into League 2 after a horrendous season. God, they must have been relegated very early on. Cardiff also down there, not doing too brilliantly either. So it shows that some teams have took a big fall. But let's just have a look at teams that have made a big high. Obviously, Bournemouth come back up. West Brom are quite stable. Brentford, Birmingham and Coventry, Derby and Reading also, although they are coming back down. Coventry, unfortunately, coming down. I was looking forward to playing against Coventry in the Premiership, but unfortunately they've made their way down now. Let's just see how they've been doing. Yeah, so this was their third season in the Premiership, so they did okay. Oh no, it was second, sorry. So, I mean, it could have been a lot worse. They might come back up, we'll see, in the distant future. So, we get Manager of the Year, it seems, which is a good effort overall. I mean, I was kind of expecting it, but that's the case indeed. Really, I've got not much else to show you other than the reserve team. I guess I should probably show you that. They did a lot better this season than they did, but this is the quick results of what happened over the year. I think I've basically already showed you it anyway. So let's just have a quick look at the reserves before we look at anything else on the board. I mean, we started off a lot better than we have done in previous seasons. 4 wins there. I mean, we started off with a few draws, 1 loss, but then it kind of teetered off by the end of it. There was 1 win near the end of the season against Hull. But this saw us come 7th, which isn't too bad. I mean, it wasn't bottom. I will take that indeed. We also finished on a positive goal difference, which was a surprise. But I'll take that nicely. Leeds reserves obviously coming away with the nice top result there. Let's just have a look at goals quickly. We've got De Silva Ferreira doing a very good job there. 14 goals in 18 games for the reserves. I mean, I don't know if we'll keep hold of him next season. I mean, he'll just be in the reserves again. So we'll see what we want to do there. Obviously, we had some players out on loan. So Harrison Wont was at Bristol Rovers. 2 goals, 3 goals in 21 games, which is a decent effort from him. Barbuena, 46 games, 5 goals, 1 assist at Forest. Matuidi did okay as well. 47 games, 5 goals at Doncaster. Paulo Henrique Hernandez, been a bit disappointing really. He went to Atletico Palmelona and only played 10 games, which I guess is fair enough for them if they don't want him to play. Duncan Gregan went to Barrow, only played 5 times, but only conceded 1, which is a fair play to him. And Lucas Furland also went to Nottingham Forest, but didn't actually play, which is a bit disappointing. So hopefully next year we'll be able to send him elsewhere for a decent time away. Obviously, we'll be in the Premiership next season, so hopefully we'll be trying to get it as quick as possible. But we'll stay where we are at the moment, just to try and avoid relegation for the moment. But I guess what we'll do now is go onto the Wikipedia and show you how on earth everything's going on overall, stats-wise, and who won what awards, and who won what league-wise and stuff like that around the world. So I will be right back. So here we are on the Wikipedia page. You'll be able to see the links for this all around my YouTube channel. I mean, I don't even know if I'll bother putting the descriptions on these anymore. But they'll be in another video, so check out another video to have a look at the Wikipedia page. Anyway, these are the games and whatever for us this season. Obviously, we kind of split the goalkeeper this season. I mean, obviously Dirk played way more, but we gave Caleb a decent chance just to get some games in, which he did very well, to be fair. I mean, he only conceded 7 in 16 appearances, which is very good for the young lad there. We've got split defence, really. I mean, Jack Simpson, it's going to be his last year. I haven't updated all the individual player Wikipedia pages yet, so I can't click on any of them to show you how many games Jack played overall. But Siegfried Radzkowski, doing another good season. He's been here the longest, so he's been playing well. David Glenbotsky also doing very well. 40 games, 7 yellow cards, just doing a very good captain role. Ryan Main looking to be a very good player for the upcoming years. I mean, he's only 22, I think, 21, and he's been showing off how good he is. Savarino, new signing, did decently. I mean, he played at centre-back most games, so he did okay. Oscar Schonfelder, I think it's his fourth or fifth season at the club, so he's doing very well there, which is fair enough to him, scoring 1 goal and getting 5 assists in the end. Alberto Morazzo, 21 games, 1 assist, 1 goal, down at left and right back, because he basically plays in both positions, which is fair enough. Cesarini, also another new signing, kind of. I think we got him last year but sent him out on loan, but we let him play this year. He got 1 assist in 24 games, decent. Aaron Church obviously left us this year. It's just one of them that he just kind of fell down the pecking order, and it's each to their own, really. 2-star he went down to, so I thought we'd let him go. Paco Terral, his first full season in the team, 37 games, 1 assist, 1 goal, doing very well there. Mercado didn't play as many of these games this season, but hopefully we'll look forward to soon. Jack Grealish, he's got 1 more year left on his contract and he will retire, so he might end up in the reserves this season at 8k a week. I think I'll try to sell him, but I don't think anyone will buy for 1 year, so I think he'll end up in the reserves and play every random games if need be. Kai Kennedy, been here for quite a while, but only played 21 games, scored 2 and assisted 1. So he might be on his way out, really. I mean, he's 28 now, gathering them years. I think we'll let him leave, see if we can, but we'll look at it for next season anyway. Fabio Cavallo, a very good season for this young lad, only playing 26 games overall, including some bench appearances, scoring 10 and assisting 3. Very, very good performance from him this year. Very impressed. Along with Christian Benedetto, obviously still a fairly youngster, only 24. 38 games, 6 goals, 9 assists, so playing very well. Famana Kozira, he played this season, scoring 4 and assisting 4. A very good signing for the year. Along with George Nesbitt, he played Jeff, 28 games he only played, but scored 4 and assisted 3. Sean Robertson, who is the longest serving player at the club now, assisted 10 and scored his 1 goal in only 28 games, to be fair, so he did very well. There's players trying to trumpet his bits, but I kind of want him to get his testimonial. I think he's just done his 8th season at the club now, so he's doing very well. Justin Cliver also doing very well there, being 31 years of age now, showing some experience in the club, but scoring 5 and assisting 10 also. Federico Maraguso also had a very good season. scoring 6 and assisting 9. Primo Guyana didn't have the greatest season in the world, unfortunately, but Lodi performed a lot better than he did last season, so we'll see what happens from that. Obviously, Marcus von Schrotter getting the most goals this year, 25 and 5 assists, just ahead of Mason Greenwood, who got 11 goals and 2 assists, but in only 21 games, which is fair enough. Daniel Carroll, a bit of a disappointing signing this season, so I might try offload him next year just to get some profit. Andy Stokes, youngster, so we'll see if we can send him out on loan next year. 7 games, 2 goals and 1 assist, which is fair enough for what he did. So these are obviously the players that we brought in. I've already mentioned most of them. Transfers out, Fife's gone, unfortunately. Williams, Mapala, Church, Mighton obviously went. Astley, Hard, Bolis went to Copenhagen, Flumisetti, Colchester, Leach, and all these lot went out on loan, as you know. The staff stayed the same. Everyone now is a silver rated, just to warn you. The awards, we'll get onto them now. July, Von Schrotter won it. August, Von Schrotter. September, Cavallo. October, Von Schrotter. November, Mariguso. December, Benedetto. January, Nesbitt. February, Mertens. March, Kluivert. Greenwood was April, and I haven't actually filled in May, so I can't tell you that. I'll have to work that out eventually, but not that anybody watches these videos anyway, so it doesn't particularly matter. Most appearances were Glenn Botsky with 40, one ahead of Mertens in net. Most goals was Von Schrotter with 25, as we know. Most assists was Kluivert and Robertson with 10. Yellow cards, Main, bit of a naughty boy, getting 13, but he can play along the back three, so it's bound to happen. Most red cards, Cesarini, Glenn Botsky, Matarazzo, Savarino, all got 1. Highest average rating was Von Schrotter with a 7.93, which was not surprising. Player of the season, Von Schrotter, 25 goals, 5 assists, fair enough. Young player was Nesbitt, I decided to give it to, had a very good season. All player of the season was Justin Kluivert, 5 goals, 10 assists. Signing of the season, Kozira, bit of a no-brainer really, he played well this year. Team of the season, Mertens, Main, Gombotsky, Savarino, Robertson at left back because he can play left back, right wing, left wing, a bit like myself to be fair. Benedetto, Cavallo, Kluivert, Greenwood, Lodi somehow getting in there. I guess he played decent on the wing this year, and Von Schrotter up top. The other leagues, Man United won against City in the Premiership. Championship, Gateshead, obviously us against Brighton. League 1 was Forest Green, Shrewsbury, and League 2 was Mansfield and Barnsley. Barnsley going all the way down to League 2 there. I didn't actually notice them before. FA Cup was won by United against Chelsea. Carabao was City against Chelsea. And the Community Shield was Liverpool against Chelsea. Poor Chelsea not looking too good until we get down here. Leasing.com trophy was won by Luton against United Reserves. Juve beating Real Madrid to the Champions League. Europa Super Cup was Chelsea to Real Madrid, so at least they won something this year. Europa League was won by Bayern Munich against City, and Europa League 2 was won by Marseille against Hoffenheim. So that's this season done. We'll get on to the next one, and I'll see you in the Premiership, I guess. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.